Hi, Steph.
Oh, hello, Brandon. I was
What's
about
going
to
on, girl?
quote Hudson Williams. Love y'all.
And he said that is included.
That is included in the message.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to Pattern Pending. I'm Stephanie,
I'm Brandon.
and this is a new format. You might be used to seeing our faces, and you might now just be hearing our voices, but I can assure you it is us. And
Yes.
we're here to chat what is on our cutting table, I guess, and what we're
Mhm.
working on, what we're designing, what we're struggling through, and all of that stuff in between. But as the first episode ever, I have a question for you to break the ice.
Okay, I'm ready, I think.
Ready? I'm gonna hit you with
Yes.
it. Okay. What sewing construction method are you? If you
Hmm.
had to pick one,
You know what? I do have an answer.
what?
I don't know if I like this answer, but it is the one I it's the one I do the most. Because I mean, besides like simple stuff, it doesn't matter. Let me answer your question. It would be flat felled seam because I do those.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do those pretty often in my jackets, like pretty often with the Jesse crossover, the hottest new jacket on town in town. So
Yeah.
they're like one, two, they're like four of them that I just like I don't muscle through. I actually do enjoy doing them, but in my brain, efficiency, I'm always like, oh, this wastes so much time. If this was just a regular seam, it'd be fine. But I love the fact that it's a flat filled seam. So if I was any sewing construction method, I would be flat filled seam.
Do you feel like obviously it's the one you use most, but is there any like crossover with like personality that you can see?
Oh,
Or
let
is
me
it
see.
just like, no? Because I feel like you are, I feel when I think of flat felt seams, I'm like, oh, elevated, put
Yeah,
together, but
yeah.
also like, yeah, I have raw edges, but I'm hiding them nicely.
Oh, come on. I'm hiding them neatly. I'm hiding them professionally. That's how that goes. I
Yes,
like
no
that.
serger over here.
No, 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 no. That's funny. I mean, yes, I like that. That's part of me. Like even showing up today, I was like, oh, I could put on something
Mhm.
nice. I was like, oh my God, I'm in my house. Like in my house, there's like a no put on zone. So I can't
I
really
feel
like,
you.
I can't dress up. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this hoodie on. The hoodie is nice. The hoodie is nice. I
It
did my
is, it
haircut.
is.
So, like, yeah, the hoodie's nice and I have a hat on, but I do like your explanation for my personality with flat felt seams. I think that hits it on the nail. It's like, there are some cracks in this like facade, but I cover them up pretty nicely and professionally. So I guess it's
Well, and
my
everyone's
turn.
got raw edges, you know?
Come up. They do. They do.
So you gotta finish them somehow.
It's about how you flat felt them. Or you know what? Because you say that, there are some people who are like a bias finish. Like
I know.
that's not me. Maybe that's Nissan. Shout out Nissan at the
Yes.
Social Fabric. I believe that she is like a bias finish. Like it's just like elegant. Like not just elevated, but like
Yes.
elegant. Like, and that's not me. That's not me. I'm just a normal denim flat felt.
Yeah, and I love it. And I think it does speak to the fact that you work with denim a lot because I feel like those two are intermingled very closely.
Definitely.
Oh man, we
Um,
could go into all the finishes. Maybe that's another episode
I'm into
because
that.
I love also like a French seam, but I feel like that's not my construction method. And I think you already know my answer.
I do. So let me ask you, Stephanie,
Okay. Mhm.
who are you as a construction method?
Well, I would say it would have to be the burrito method.
Oh, 100%. You're burrito queen.
Yeah.
Burrito
And I
queen.
mean, burrito queen. Yeah, it's
Hmm.
what I use most frequently. It allows things to be reversible. Like my side tie top relies heavily on burrito method. And I feel like it's one of those things that when it clicks, you're like, whoa,
Hmm.
unlocking a whole new world. And the thing I'm currently working on also is like, how many times can I use the burrito method in this? We're using it for
Hmm.
the shoulder seams, we're using it for the lining on the bodice. Like, there's just too much burrito method. But I feel like similarly,
Hmm.
it's a way to encase the seams that looks really clean and feels good against the skin. And now you can
Okay.
tell me how it relates to my
Oh,
personality.
I could say because the burrito method still confuses the heck out of me. And I remember I probably I have a tab in Instagram, like you can like make folders for the things you save.
Hmm.
And one of them is called like helpful sewing videos. And I'm sure your reel on the burrito method is in there because I've had to like go back to it and be like, how do I use this? Now I've stopped constructing things where I have to use the burrito method because I'm like, oh, it's not clicking for me. But for you, I feel like it is your ability to take like complex ideas and like simplify them, whether that's a new pattern you're working on, whether that's like a new like format you want to do, like video wise, or even like garden what you love a project. And not only do you love a
Hmm.
project, you love a complicated project. But
And we
make
love to
that
overcomplicate a project.
come on. But I think that within that overcomplication, you work that muscle of like simplifying because like it's almost like you've set up, it's like, okay, here's A to B, and then you put up like a cajillion little roadblocks that are there from you. But then you're like, okay,
Yeah,
I can
yeah.
jump over this one. I can somersault over this one. I can do this. I feel like the burrito method is very similar because it's like, okay, if I'm gonna burrito method, the side seams and the shoulder seams and the lining, which one needs to go first? It's like, which one needs to go first?
Yes.
And like, you're almost like working your way backwards and be like, okay, there we go. Now we have it. Now you can go forward. And I
Yeah.
think that's how that I would describe that to you.
I think that's accurate. Yeah, I love a puzzle.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
think it's like, hey, how about I just make a puzzle for myself and everyone else? I'm like, it's not that
Mhm.
bad. And then you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
But it is fun. And I think it makes like a beautiful finished garment. So
Oh, definitely.
no
And I
shame in
mean,
that game.
truly, and like you don't have to use a serger. Like I know for me, I didn't buy a serger until 2 years into my sewing journey. So if I had like more knowledge about the flat felled seam or the burrito method, some of my stuff would have lasted a lot longer because I didn't just like zigzag stitch the
Leave. Yeah.
edge. Yeah, yeah.
Well, I think that was a great little introduction. If you haven't met us before, it speaks a little bit to who we are. And if you know
As
us, then
people.
it probably just reconfirms that for you guys. Um, but what are we getting into today, Brandon?
So we were together the other day, and Stephanie was talking about how she just does not have a like summer top that like screams, I want to wear this right now. And I was
Hmm.
actually thinking the same thing for myself because when you live in Georgia, a very humid state, a very hot state, you don't want to wear a lot of clothes. And it's tough because I love to make clothes and I love to wear. So I'm like, man, this summer I don't want to just be in like a t-shirt and shorts, or I don't want to be in just like a tank top and shorts. Like I truly want to still dress up some kind of way without sweating through my outfit or regretting my choice. Because at the end of the day, I don't know about Stephanie, but I dress for comfortability. Like, yes, I love to look
No,
good.
me too.
Yeah, yeah. If I'm not comfortable, I will just go home. I will go home. I'll go home to my no put on zone, and I will take everything off. That's exactly what will
Yeah.
happen. So we were both talking about maybe, or not maybe because we're going to do it, but we're both talking
Hmm.
about creating some kind of summer top that is both like good for hot weather, but still stylish and something that we can be proud of. So I think we're coming here to ideate, talk about what we've been thinking about,
Hmm.
and go from there and see what we come up with.
Exactly. And if you don't mind, a quick tangent.
Yes, please, Tan.
Because
Please,
I
Tan.
have, okay, so I think also it's Me Made May, day 7. Happy Me Made May to
Whoop,
all who
whoop, whoop, whoop.
celebrate. And I'm using this opportunity to kind of address my Me Made closet. And to your point, so much of what I made is just like not comfortable on my body anymore. Like, obviously, like our bodies change throughout time, but also styles change throughout time. I think the majority of the bulk of what I was making was in like 2021 to 2023. And so, like,
Mhm.
all my pants are too short, all of them are too tight. Like, I just want like stuff that have looser fit and stuff that fits my body better. But my beef, I have some beef with Me Made May.
Oh, what is it?
I'm seeing, you know, all my friends up north wearing their jackets, wearing their layers. I'm like, girl, it is
Hmm.
already like 90 degrees here.
Yeah.
Here's my tank top. Here, I made this tank top.
Here's my elasticated
So
short.
I think we need like a me made Movember or something.
Yeah, no, we do. Because that's honestly, that's, you know what? Honestly, that's a true gripe because I feel like the sewing community shines in the fall. Like
Yeah, I
you get the
love my
coats, you get the
layers.
jeans. Yeah, you
Yes.
get the jeans. Oh, maybe we
I've been seeing
petition.
so many beautiful layered looks from, all of our sewing friends around the world. Speaking of Nissan, I don't, this is just a podcast where we just love
Oh,
bomb
praise,
Nissan,
yeah,
but
praise her.
she had like a t-shirt with a knit vest and a trench coat and like wool trousers and like boots. And I'm like, oh my God. Not to mention
Yeah,
that like the next week is like also like 90 degrees and raining.
yeah.
Like, oh, yay.
No, I like it. I like it. I think that listeners and watchers will also agree, and I think that we need to like band together to do something in the fall. Like, I don't know what it'll
Let's.
be. Yeah, me May November maybe. I wish we had another M month
I
in the
know.
fall, but we need it. We need it. Because that's actually when I
Let's make it
shine. Like
happen.
the summer is not when I show off what I make because I'm barely wearing anything. But it's
Yeah.
okay. It's okay. Thank you for that tan. What is it called? I upvote that.
Yes. Well, thank you. Yeah, we'll make it happen. Let us know what you guys think. Are you guys into that? Are you guys in a hot zone? Because fall's where it's at. I mean, listen, it's nice that we don't have like really crazy winters, but it's about to get hot, 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 hot.
Yes, very.
But speaking of, let's get into the inspo for our tops. Do you
Yes.
want to show
I
us what you got
will.
cooking?
Yeah, I'll go first because it'll probably be shorter. I am very, I'm so simple when it comes to what I'm looking for. But let's get started. Let me see if I can share my screen if I remember how to do this.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
Taking
do,
it
do,
back
do.
to COVID times.
Exactly. Can you see my screen?
I sure can.
Okay, perfect. So I was on Penny. Oh, that's so funny that your cat's named Penny. But I
That's
call
funny.
Pinterest Penny. Yeah. I call Pinterest Penny. I was on Penny looking up like cool button downs, and obviously you see like the same silhouettes constantly, like either
Yeah.
like a button up or a camp collar. And what I'm
Yeah.
looking to create is something similar, like different, similar to this. Obviously, this is like an ad, so I can't click on this, but like something
Mm.
that crosses over, similar to the world famous Jesse crossover that I mentioned
Mm-hmm.
earlier in this
Yes.
episode. But I'm looking for something that's like cool like that, but also short sleeve and still a regular collar. Like I love a camp collar, but I also love to button my stuff up to like the top neck or to the toppest. Oh my God, I almost said toppest
Mm-hmm.
button.
Mm-hmm. It's nice
To
to
the
have the
highest
option. You
button.
can like unbutton or
Yeah,
have it buttoned up.
exactly. Because I like first and second button, the rest loose. Like that's how I like to wear my
Mm-hmm.
button ups. And so I was trying to get some inspo, and it's hard to really find things, but like this double layer action is super
Oh, that's
cool.
fun.
Yeah, like something like that would be super neat. But obviously keeping the fabric choice light because we want this to be a summer shirt, obviously. And it being short sleeve. I feel like that's my gripe sometimes with Pinterest. I'm like, man, you don't have exactly what I'm looking for. Oh yeah, because I need to make it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Right.
Um, but then like this too, like some just kind of overlayer. Like that's just kind of the vibe. Overlayer. Like I love how this crosses over a little bit. So does this
Mm-hmm.
one. But this is also an ad, so I can't click on it the way I want to. This tie over too, there's just so many options on like what you can
Mm-hmm.
do when you cross over the center front and like which direction you want to cross over the center front. Like this is something that's like almost more in line too with what I'm looking for, but it would be short
Yeah.
sleeve as well, which I really, really like. So yeah, I think from here it's more about, oh, like this is kind of neat. It's just playing around with like
Mm-hmm.
what silhouette I want to have. Do I want to move the collar to the side as well? Spoiler alert, I don't. I do not, but I do, but I like that look. Like it's cool. But I
Yeah, it
just think
is
about like
cool.
when it's hot, you just don't want to be finicking with like if it's like not sitting right, you don't want that to be like on you when it's hot. But then like, this
Yeah.
cool stuff like this too, where it's like no collar and like it buttons up to the top and
Yeah.
like
A
those are really,
Mandarin
really
color
cool.
type.
And I can get
Yeah,
lost in
and
all of this.
It's so good. And I think it's like elevating a basic or like like it's a twist on a classic, which I think
Yes.
is really fun. So it makes it still like approachable, but
Mhm.
interesting, and especially like with our hot summers, having something you can still unbutton and like, ooh, let some air in.
Yeah, and I'm like imagining some kind of like button at the top and then maybe a tie at the side, like to keep,
Ooh,
because
okay.
we know I love a tie. I love a crossover, and I'm just gonna keep doing it, honestly, until I get bored of it. But that's my
I
inspo.
love
That's
it.
where I'm at. Thank you. And hopefully I'll get to drafting it very soon. Do you want to share your inspo?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay,
and I
wait.
think also ties make it very accessible for people too. Not that like this will necessarily be a pattern, but I like that it's adjustable. It's
Yep.
inherently adjustable, accessible.
Yeah.
So I like that.
The older I get, I like looser fitting garments, or like not boxes, obviously, but just like not so tight on the body. Like I
Mm,
want there to be
yeah,
flow, like in ease, especially in the summer. I mean, even in the winter, let my thermals do the hugging on my body, like the under
100%.
my yeah, my underwear, truly. Let that do the hugging. Everything else, it needs to like just glide onto my body. So I think the ties would be a nice addition for that.
I'm 100% with you. And I think, like I do like a little snatched waist,
Hmm.
but but I also like, especially, the trends have changed, right? So, weird penny, where like a few years ago, it was very much like tight pant,
Yeah,
maybe a
yeah,
wider leg at that point. But now I'm just like really reaching for my more baggy fits and not fits that are like consuming me, like you're saying. It's just like
yeah,
they
yeah.
have a looser fit, they're way more comfortable. And at this point, I'm not reaching for a lot of the stuff, especially a lot of the pants that I've made, but for that
Same,
reason, because it's just
same.
like, oh, those are standing pants or, and so it's time to readdress some of that. Like the pants that I wore when we met up on Tuesday, I immediately
Yeah.
got home. I was like, these pants are too tight. This shirt is too itchy. Get it
Mm.
off.
Yeah.
And I changed. And I mean, that's not obviously not how I'd like to feel about my
The
my
clothes we
wardrobe,
make.
but that's
Yeah.
where we're at. And it's okay to be honest about that. And it's okay that like something that I made 5 years ago is not necessarily like vibing with me now. That's okay.
Yeah. I mean, my hottest pants I loved, which were the pants that say Wrangler butts drive me nuts. They're jeans.
Yes, I
Yeah,
know
they're a
the
simplicity
ones.
pattern. I know you do. I put them on, especially because I've been going to the gym a lot more because I'm a strong boy now. I put those on and
Hmm.
I'm like, oh, they gotta come off. They gotta come off. Like I don't feel the
Nope,
same
nope.
like the bad bitch energy I used to feel in them. I'm like, no, I just feel like squeezed bitch. Like that. I'm not I'm not feeling bad. I'm feeling constricted. So they need to come off. So yeah,
I'm
it's
not
time
feeling
to like
bad. I'm feeling bad.
yeah, I feel like yeah, really bad actually.
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely understand.
Okay, so let's dive into some of my inspo and some of my plans.
Okay.
And I'll show you the inspo and then I'll give you some context of where I'm coming from. Summer
And
top inspo. This
mhm.
is just something I've been seeing around a lot, like that kind of double top. And I thought that
Yeah.
it was cool. So, anyways, but I would say my main inspo is like this
Mm-hmm.
top, and maybe something like this
Mm-hmm.
and this, where you have kind of that keyhole, maybe like more fitted in the like right under the boob area. And this I already like and I think is really fun, but it's
Mm-hmm.
also very close to the dress that I'm currently working on. So I was like,
Yes.
okay, that might be a good starting point because then I can just kind of cut it at the waist and then maybe do the like little additional peplum at the bottom or whatever. And then I can just do the maybe a hook and eye down the front or some ties or
Ooh.
buttons, you
Yeah.
know? And then in addition to that, I just really am reaching for some oversized stuff. So like oversized camp collar shirt, short sleeve,
Mm-hmm.
kind of similar to what you were talking about, just for layering, for wearing it on its own. I just like kind of want an easy breezy. But
Yeah.
thinking about a way like I love my basics and I honestly need to sew more just basics that I reach for because I feel like I have a linen button-up shirt that was like my wearable toile made from like an IKEA linen curtain, right?
Yeah.
And then I
Yeah.
like made one and I'm like, oh my God, I love it. But I never made another.
Oh.
I was like, I need to lock in and like make some more because this is
Yeah.
the stuff I actually reach for in my closet. But I love this sheer moment. And I think that'd be
Mhm.
cool to do some applique on top. We'll see if it happens. But, this is a whole can of worms too.
Oh,
Clicking on that, I'm like, oh
definitely.
my God,
Definitely.
cute, 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 cute. But, I think where I'll probably start is this top. So, really vibing with this one
Yeah.
and this one. And I guess it would make sense to show you guys the dress I've been working on. So, why am I all caps? Okay. So welcome to my Instagram. Let me just show you guys the easiest way to show you. This
What's
is the
the
dress I made for, I had a film premiere last year in Montreal and made this dress for it and drafted it up. And I have a whole video about it on my YouTube as well that you can check out the highs and lows that I went through making this dress. But
Mhm.
obviously, as you can see around the bust area, there's some fit issues and I was like sewing until the night before our flight. So it just is what it is on this. But I made some adjustments to the pattern, made another toile. And so I'll show you guys that in a minute. I was going through my
Mhm.
pattern library to see, hey, do I have something I can use that I haven't sewn before? Or do I have some tried and trues that kind of got lost in the mix? Because
Yeah.
I think we also always want like new, 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 or like, can it draft this from scratch? But also, I have like a ton of patterns already cut out to my size, and that
Yeah.
would save me like hours, if not days, of
Oh my
that
God, days.
process.
Days.
But I realized I had this pattern that I haven't made before, but I really like from Atelier Brunette. They had sent me some fabric in the past and then also sent me this pattern. And this
Mhm.
has two sleeve options, one that's like a rolled sleeve, a tighter sleeve, and then one kind of wide sleeve. And I really think that this would be a beautiful starting place for like that sheer kind of
Oh, definitely.
camp colored shirt. So I think I'm going to try out this pattern and I already have it, which is great. And yeah, it's pretty simple. It's kind of got like a high low to the back. I might straighten that out. Who knows? But I think it'd be nice and something I can reach for a lot. And I will actually make it my right size. So much of my stuff too. Let me stop screen sharing. But everything in my closet is cropped.
Yeah. Oh my God. You're talking.
I'm
Yes.
kind of
Yes.
over it. What
I'm
do I
big
do
over
now?
it. I'm big over it. I'm big
It's
over it.
like, yeah, so just making things the actual length I want to wear,
Yeah.
lots of incredible pieces. Like I pulled out everything I had ever made that I still have basically, and that is seasonally appropriate and put it on a
Yeah.
clothing rack. And it filled up a whole rack, which is super cool to see. Like, okay, I have done a lot,
Yeah.
like I think because I haven't made something in a while or I haven't been making quite the same output as I did a few years ago. It's maybe some self-doubt creeped in.
Yeah.
However, seeing that rack full of stuff that I made, I'm like, okay, I still like a lot of this. It's just maybe
Mhm.
not the right size or the right fit. So kind of reinvigorated something in me. And now I'm feeling the passion for fashion.
Yes. That's what we want. We want the passion for fashion. I mean, that's how I feel about
Yes.
the varsity tee. I just wanted to, and the varsity tee will be a summer staple tee. I mean, it's literally in
Mm.
season. Like, and I'm not even saying this because it's mine, but it is an all season staple. Like, I wear that thing no matter what month it is. And it's funny though, because I also feel the same way about things being cropped. And the varsity tee was kind of like my experiment with like, okay, how how long can I still go and it still be cropped? Like it still be like
Yeah.
slightly cropped? Like is it waistline or like right at like right in the middle? Like I think my preferred place now for things to hit is like right in the middle of my like fly. Because I like most of my pants, I make a 7-inch fly, and so like if my shirt reaches right the middle, I can still do this, and like
Exactly.
it goes up to my waistline, like when my jeans hit, not like with my belly out. But with the varsity tee, I actually wore one of them to the gym the other day, which is funny because that shirt does belong at the gym. Like I wore it, I was like, oh, this feels like a gym shirt. But it's like
Hmm.
it's my nice, like I go out in this shirt. And I remember I was doing like overhead press, not overhead presses, but like overhead pull downs, whatever. I'm not
Hmm.
man enough to know what that is, but I'm doing this little exercise. I have to put my arms up and down the whole time. And I'm like, my whole belly is out. Like I don't, I don't want that. Like I feel like even if I had like the most gorgeous abs, there's just some mornings where you're like, I like to be covered. Like I don't
Yeah.
need like the whole world to see my stomach as I do this. I just felt very compromised. So I was like, I gotta. I literally in that moment I was like, I have to make longer shirts. I have to make longer shirts for this moment right here. Because past me, like you said earlier, like 20 from like 2015 to 2019, the pants were like at the belly button. Like the waist level
Hmm.
was at the belly button. The shirt came like right there, like grazed.
A
But
little
now
tummy.
yeah, little tummy. Like midriff almost, not even tummy,
Hmm.
like just
Hmm.
almost rib cage. And
Literally.
I like I used to like be so I used to be such a hater of low-rise jeans. Like, and I will say mid-rise is where I fall, but
Hmm.
like baggy, low-rise jeans, not the tight, like nothing tight. We have to just throw tight out the window. Nothing tight, low-rise jeans. I'm like, I get it now. Like you just want to be comfy. Like you truly don't want
Hmm.
anything like hugging on you. And the shirt has to be long enough to also cover those low-rise jeans. So anyway, all of that to say, yes, longer shirts 2026 and 27 and beyond.
And longer pants. Good Lord.
Yes.
All of my pants are high waters.
Yes, the Wrangler butts drive me nuts. They sit like right above my ankle. They sit like maybe an inch
Hmm.
above, no, like a half an inch above my ankle. And I'm always like, gotta get the boots for this one. Like
Literally.
can't wear the tennis shoes, gotta get the boots for this one. I think because we were a boot heavy society back then. We
Yeah.
still kind of are, but I think tennis shoes and athleisure have really like dominated the trend. And I feel like
Hmm.
boots were the trend back then. So you could get away with a higher crop on your jeans or pants or trousers, etc. But now it's like, no, I want those things to either hit the top of my shoe or to hit the floor, please.
Listen, I don't want to see your ankle.
No,
Don't be
no.
inappropriate.
Yeah, ill. No, we don't do that around
Good
here.
Lord, not the ankle.
Yeah,
No.
I'm censoring.
But yeah, so I'm excited to make something fun, and hopefully kind of take the work I've already done and
Mhm.
sorry, Penny, she just knocked her head on the table. Scared her. But take, this work I've already
Oh,
done,
nice.
and this I just like printed out the top of and then just kind of cut it wherever, this is where the hips break for like the gathered skirt.
Yeah,
But I could just as easily like round this out or take it down or take it up and add a little like flare for the hip. So hopefully I can just make my work work for me.
yeah, I think you can. And I feel like I made a vest a while ago that kind of started off in this like crossover thing. And like here I go overcomplicating stuff. I'm like, oh, I might do a button up and a vest. Like, but the thing is, like, they can't all be. My issue right now is that my like, you know how some people have like, what is that called? Like their fixation of the week or whatever, like
Yeah, yeah.
their earworm.
Earworm, yeah.
I don't have an earworm currently. I have a style worm. My style worm
Yep.
is like crossover. I'm like, oh, I want a vest that crosses over.
Hmm.
Oh, I want a button up that crosses over. Oh, I want a jacket that crosses over. I can't wear all of those at the same time. Like, I don't think I can't wear those at the same time. So I don't need to be designing them at the same. Like, I'm designing
Hey,
them
you
to be like,
can
ooh,
wear a pair of trousers that I made, the crossover ones. Cross
and
it over,
be
cross it over.
crossover king. But that's literally like where my mind is at right now. I'm like, oh, I might want to do a vest that also crosses over at the top, and then a button up that crosses over. But I'm like, I won't be able to wear those together. Or that's the challenge to like make it to where you can actually wear them together and they don't look crazy. But regardless,
No
that's my
promises.
style. Yeah, that's my style worm currently. Is I feel like that's a good question for you actually. Do you have a style worm currently that you find yourself wanting to incorporate in multiple like styles of clothing?
Um,
That's okay if not.
no, I think it just kind of reiterates what we've already said and just like a little bit oversized.
Hmm.
Like just oversized. Like if I'm at home a lot. I work from home most of the time. And when I wake up, I'm putting on just like the comfiest option. And at this
Yeah.
point, I have basically two pair of pants that fit the way I like. And I
Hmm.
didn't make either of them.
Hmm.
But like I put them on and I'm like I just feel like I can conquer the day. Like I can sit comfortably. I can go outside and like squat down and look at my garden
Yeah.
comfortably. And I can also like work comfortably. So I think just like more comfort minded stuff. And even with that in mind, like even with more fitted garments, you shouldn't, I shouldn't be uncomfortable while wearing
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So even like fabric choice too, because on Tuesday when we met up, I had knit a vest and it was supposed to kind of have like a spring vibe, but I knit it with mohair. And so it's itchy. It's itchy to wear against my skin. So just taking into consideration those things when picking out fabric, picking out size. I
Yeah.
think a lot of us vanity size a little bit, even
Oh,
when
100%
we
still to this
design,
day.
it's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm this measurement, I'm going to make it this measurement instead of being
Yeah.
like, oh, that's not actually how I want it to fit.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
just trying to be cognizant about those things and prioritize those things because it'll make it something I actually will wear. And like this
Yeah.
is the penny pullover, and this is one of my very first versions of it. And for
Uh-huh.
listeners at home, what's a raglan sweatshirt.
Yeah.
And this even like the sleeves aren't long enough. And to be fair, this is a tester, like one of my toiles basically. But
Yeah.
like sleeves that are too tight, I'm not interested.
Yeah.
This is too cropped, but I'm just, at this point, just trying to like try everything on and see how it fits and stuff like that. But, you know, I would say just prioritizing comfort is my style earworm as of late.
Yeah, I feel like I'm discovering like last year and especially this year, like a love of ease. Like before I'd be like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that much ease in the hips. I don't want that much ease in the waist. Like I want this to fit like I'm gonna be snatched. I want to fit this. I'm like, no, 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 no. I need at least an inch and a quarter of ease in the waist, at least. And then it just
Mm-hmm.
goes up. It goes up. Like the waist, let's do more. And then
Mm-hmm.
you go, well, some people might need it more in the thigh too. But yeah, I'm like, ease. Yes, ease is my friend. And honestly, now,
Mm-hmm.
because I used to make, this is my, like, one of my sewing bad habits is that I used to make things too small because I'm like,
Me
oh,
too.
I want it to be, and then like, but you can't fix too small as easily as you can fix too big. And now
Nope.
I'm like, I'd rather lean, like, the garment is just like maybe a size up for me because then I can fix that easily versus it being like a size down. And I'm like, oh God, I have to like give this to someone because there's no way I'm adding like I don't want to add a goudet or a
Yeah,
gusset to the side to make this fit because that's not the original design in my head. So yeah, ease is your for listeners, for watchers, for everyone. Just know ease is your friend. Ease is
it
your friend.
is.
Yeah.
I think that's good advice, especially if you're working with a pattern. We kind of talked about this. We were recently interviewed for another article,
Hmm.
and we were talking about that, about how a lot of patterns have like 1 centimeter seam allowance. And I do that too. The penny pullover is made for you to use your serger. So it even has a smaller seam allowance, I think of like, I don't know, a quarter of an inch because it's like serger done. But when you're working with pants specifically, or anything, or a tight fitting shirt, but pants, and you only have like a little bit of seam allowance to work with, either size up or if you're a designer, give your pattern people,
Yeah.
the people who are making the pattern at home, a little bit more ease to work with because I think we've all been there where we're like, oh no, they're too tight and this is all I have to work with. And so you take it to
Yeah.
like the very, very, very edge.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. I am a perpetrator of that as well. Like all of my most recent patterns, the seam allowance is 3/8 because I'm like I don't want you guys to like have to cut out extra fabric. Like just
hmm,
sew it. Like because sometimes you do 5/8 and you have like you ask them to trim it. I'm always like that's just so much work. I'll just let them sew it at 3/8 so they don't have to trim it. But then you brought up that point when we were being interviewed last week and I was like, oh my God, that's why we give 5/8 of an inch seam allowance so people can be like, oh, if I could just let it out a little bit more, I'd be really happy.
Hmm.
So moving forward, especially on pants, maybe not always on shirts, sorry. I gotta like just get in the habit of maybe doing it all over across my garment range. But definitely adding like 5/8 of an inch instead of 3/8, so that way people have room.
Yeah. Well, at least on like literally just the outer
Yeah,
seam, like the side seams. That I feel
yeah.
like that's all you'd need it on.
Oh, you're right.
Um,
You're right. You're right. It's
but
sometimes I feel like people are like, oh, people are not going to remember that there's two different seam allowances in this
I know I
pattern.
do like a like overall seam allowance, but
Yeah,
all that to say, grading in between sizes and maybe sizing up a little bit if you're
yeah.
in between sizes or if you're worried about it being too tight, the best way to go.
Up, yeah. Go up, go up, go up.
But I think that's kind of the end of our conversation. I'm gonna get to sewing here in a little bit. I'll show you
Hmm.
guys my the toile I sewed up last night. It's really hard to do something half half-assed,
Yeah.
like a little bit because I wanted to make sure that the dart, I had changed the dart on this a little bit,
Hmm.
and so I wanted to make sure it fit okay. But then it has a zip back, and so I'm like, how do I do that? And so I have
Oh,
like safety
yeah,
pins in the back, but what I really need to do is just cut out another one of these and then actually do my full encased
yeah.
trial just to make sure because I have some really beautiful fabric that fabric store sent to me and I have enough to make one dress, not to cut it out again. So
Yeah.
I need to get it right and then it'll be in a good place for me to then make the top and then hopefully maybe release it at some point. So,
Yeah, no,
yeah.
exactly. Like, and I have to get to drafting because I am starting from zero, which I honestly love, which is totally fine. And for those listening and watching, this full drafting process of mine will be on my Substack at happilydressed.substack.com. It's been so fun to like loom record my drafting process in Illustrator and like share that with everyone. We did a gene block for like 5 weeks basically. And honest, doing that changed like my I feel like it changed yes, my brain chemistry. That's a funny thing to say, but it changed like my process. I'm like, oh, I love this. Like I love the computer work that goes in. Like not only do I love to sew, I love to create things to sew. So like drafting those jeans, like playing
Hmm.
around with fit. And I feel like it'll be the same thing with doing this button up. I just have to like get started. That's my biggest hurdle is like turning on the computer, sitting down and be like, okay, let's draft this button up. But yeah, anyway,
But then it usually happens pretty quick once you get started.
it really does. And then like, especially tests, like sometimes I'm like, oh, this sampling process is gonna take me forever. And I'll sew up 2 samples in one day. And I'm like, oh, we're like super
You're
close
like,
to
wait, I'm good at this.
what? And obviously, I'm like skipping steps to some of these samples. Like I'm using like my longest stitch length, crazy fabric,
Hmm.
etc. But yes, that full process will be on Substack under the paid category, but I always do like free posts of the overall like item that I'm making. And so I'm really excited to return to that with this project and this summer shirt. And hopefully you guys will see me in it. Not the next time you hear from me
Cute.
or see me, but you'll see it.
Soon.
Yeah, exactly. Soon. That's our favorite asterisk word. Soon.
Soon.
Yeah,
Well,
or
where can the
pending.
people find you?
People can find me on most platforms because there's some I don't like, but most platforms at Happily Dressed. Where can people find you?
I'm on most platforms as well by Steph Time. I also have a Substack, but I just kind of like sometimes it's mostly gardening over
Yeah.
there. So if you're interested in that. And I just started a new series on YouTube about gardening as well, which is like not what we're talking about today, but it's something that has is all consuming. It's something
Yes.
I think about all the time and something I've been loving putting my energy into. So definitely check that out as well as like a ton of sewing videos for the both of us over on
Yep.
YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. You
Yeah, and
know,
Substack.
you'll
There we
find
go.
us.
Yeah, and Penny. We're on Pinterest too, the both of us. So
Yeah.
check us
And
out
there you
there.
might be able to like see a little sneak peek of what we're working on in the coming months.
Oh, you definitely can. You definitely can. Thank you guys so much for listening to Pattern Pending, what we're up to, our love for pattern drafting, design, fashion, sewing, and just life in general. I think that this has been such a fun project for Stephanie and I, and we can't wait to continue. So we appreciate you guys so much for listening and watching and interacting, reviewing, sharing. Okay, that soapbox over. Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, what he said. All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah,
Have a great week.
bye.
Bye.